Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins of interest. And today we're going to be taking a look at MetaPets coin, right? So just ensure that you're subscribed to the channel if you want to follow along in this story, this interesting case study that we've been looking at since December the 7th. That's the first day I uploaded the first video of MetaPets. We were very excited when it came out, but a lot of weird things have been happening in this project, really concerning. So especially if you're invested, right, you'd want to subscribe so that you can follow along as we uncover everything that is happening with this project, right? So the information that we've been sharing on this channel is really public information, but the CEO has not been happy about what we've been talking about, to the extent that he mobilized his mods to come and attack this channel, right? He mobilized everyone to come and report all the MetaPets videos that is misleading information. But really, this information that we share here is public information, right? For example, you can see here, this is the Telegram chat where an investor asked, this investor Monem asked, this is something we've been talking about the last 2 days. He asked, please, can you do the metaverse, or when is this thing going to happen, right? The metaverse. And this is what the CEO replied. He said, we have never promised a metaverse, right? We have never promised the metaverse. Can you believe that? When in actual fact, if you look at the website, the name Meta is right there, MetaPets, right? A new world, a new pet. With MetaPets, you can find your forever pet who will always be with you in the metaverse, right? In the white paper, right here on 3 projects, goals and vision. On our vision, it literally say they are going to be building their own meta world, right, and integrate with other meta worlds. They're going to create their own meta world and integrate with other worlds. But the CEO is saying, we have never promised a metaverse. And then when we publicly come out with this information, the CEO said that we are fudding. Then you have to ask yourself, really, who really is fudding? Because according to this project, if you notice the things that the CEO said, when things don't go right, when there's a lot of negativity on CoinMarketCap, like just check the market sentiment, right? Look at the market sentiment. 93% bad. The answer is it's bots that are downvoting us, right? And then when the price is going down, it's FUD, right? So bots and FUD, that's he blames everything on bots and FUD. But who really is the biggest FUDder of the MetaPets project? It's the CEO, because when people have been putting money into this project, if you just go onto the all time, you see here on the 2nd of January, about 6.5 million was traded, right? On that day, 6.5 million, millions and millions of dollars have been traded here. And then today, you see that only 28,000 have been traded in the last 24 hours. But in 24 hours, you used to see $6.5 million, right? Who is the biggest father? Who promised a pet in the metaverse? Who promised to build a metaverse, to create a metaverse? And then when you come out and say we have never promised the metaverse, do you think that this is not going to cause FUD, right? Because in the Telegram group, that's the other thing, there were upwards of 21,000 people that had joined Telegram, right? And then they started kicking people out who are asking questions, because now, guess what? Who is the biggest father? The CEO. Why do we say staking failed? The NFTs they wanted to launch, they have failed. They took 3 months to do a website. Do those things not create FUD, right? But then you turn around and say, let's go and attack Net Crypto because he is really the source of FUD. Let's attack CoinMarketCap. Let's attack our own investors in the Telegram group because they are creating FUD. But the biggest FUDder of the project is the CEO, right? That's something that anyone can understand. I'm sure you can understand, because if you're not able to deliver, taking forever to do the website, right? Piling money onto Gusto Art London, who ended up scamming the project, that was misjudgment. You never even followed up to go and say, can you show us this website? How is it looking like? Don't you have like daily meetings or at least weekly meetings for you to see how the website was going along? Or did you just see at the end after 3 months that there was no website, right? And then you got this like mock-up website that was just put together, right? And say, okay, we've got a website now, right? That's one of the things. And of course, there's no Skynet on Cetic. Why is there no Skynet? Because if there was Skynet, the score was going to be very low, right? So those are some of the things. This is like public information, but they want to come and attack the channel. But guess what? Like I did on the video yesterday, legislation is coming, right? Those two guys have been arrested in the US by the DOJ for promising a lot of stuff that they did not deliver. So a lot of people invested their money. You can see the millions that were being traded here in January for a hope of a pet in the metaverse. But the CEO now is coming and saying, we have never promised the metaverse. That's like going back on your word right there, right? So this statement definitely needs to be clarified, because if he has really gone back on his word on this pet in the metaverse, it's serious, because he thinks that we are fudding. You can just go and check on this channel, Net Crypto. We cover a whole lot of projects, like we've covered a lot of scams on this channel, but I've never seen a project with a negative vote of 93%. Even some of the scams that have disabled selling, right, they don't get a negative rating as bad as this, right? So definitely investors are not happy. These are not bots, these are real people that have been kicked out from the project, because the project is 21,000. Now only 19,300 are left in the Telegram group, right? Investors are being kicked out. If you ask a legitimate question, you are being kicked out. They're saying it's FUD. But the real source of FUD is the CEO, because it does not deliver. Whenever you don't deliver something you promised, you are causing FUD. Whenever you say that invest millions into this project, millions pour in, and then we are going to give you a pet in the metaverse, and then you come out and say we have never promised a metaverse. This is the biggest FUD of everything, right? The biggest FUD that I've ever seen. This causes FUD on some proportions, that are unimaginable. Investors that are looking into this, some investors will not even bother to come and argue with you. They just look at this in the Telegram group. They're just going to be divesting from the project, because they can see it for themselves. The CEO is saying, we never promised the metaverse, right? And of course, some people can actually take this further to go and report that we invested millions in this project, and now the project is saying we have never promised the metaverse. But it's all over everywhere. You can look at the old website, you can look at this new website on the white paper, you can see it right here. They are saying they are going to build their own meta world, right? To create their own meta world and integrate with other meta worlds, right? So how are they going to be building the 3D NFTs? Where are they going to be testing them out, right? Really weird things going on in this project. So just ensure that you're subscribed. We are going to be following through everything that is going to be happening with MetaPets, good or bad, right? Because we are pragmatic people here at Net Crypto. If something good is going to be happening to the project turns around, we are going to be covering that, right? There is nothing that can make the investors who have invested in this project happy than this project turning around, right? Providing investors with everything they promised, which is a pet in the metaverse. That's the main thing. The rest of the things is NFTs and staking and all of that, right? They are just all nice to haves. But the real thing that is going to uplift this project, because a pet in the metaverse is actually a product that someone even outside of crypto can actually be interested into buying a pet in the metaverse with virtual reality, augmented reality, because they're just interested in that concept and that idea, right? Even though they really don't care about investing into the coin, they can go and buy the 3D NFT of their pet that they can train and do all sorts of things simply because of that, right? But then when you come and say we never promised the metaverse, and then you go on attacking YouTube channels, you kick out investors who are asking legitimate questions, like seriously, even if you're a mod of this project and you're listening to this video, you should see for yourself, like, this is not right. Trading millions and millions of dollars here, promising a metaverse, and then all of a sudden you turn around. That's weird, right? So we're going to continue to monitor everything happening with this project. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.